Hey guys, just got back from the gym. Super excited about my workout. Today I'm going to share with you about my weight loss journey, my fitness journey, and how I went from fat to flat. Let's go. Alright guys, I'm back in the house. Today's workout was really good. I got up at, let me see, like 7:30 this morning, and I went to the gym. I did a really great pull workout, and then I did a couple of laps. And one of my clients actually, we traded services. So I gave her like a really great leg workout, and then she taught me how to get better at breaststrokes. Woo! Like, that was a workout. Doing like breaststrokes from end to end. It was so fun. But I really enjoyed it. Like, pull workouts are some of the best workouts, especially if you have an injury or if you have physical limitations or you can't like fully use your full range of mobility. Yeah, get in the pool. If you have any knee issues, shoulder issues, the pool is where it's at. But that like drained me a little bit. And then I got home, and then we decided, let's hit the gym, let's hit some weights. So it's not going to be as packed because it is a holiday for most people. So we went to the gym, we did legs, we did chest, we did back, and I did a little stair workout. For legs as well, and did a little deadlifting. That was fun. Yeah, that was fun. We haven't deadlifted in a while. We didn't get to do as much deadlifting as we typically do. But because the gym hours, they close a little earlier because of the holiday. But we did. Anyway, with all that being said, I'm tired. I am beat. I'm drained. But we're about to cook some lettuce boat tacos, which is really good. I love it. Recipe here. Yeah, we're gonna cook that for lunch. Obviously, well, not obviously, but I do work out on a fasted stomach. The only caloric intake I have is my pre-workout, which I'll show you here. Doesn't cost much. Nonetheless, we're gonna reel it back in. I just wanted to share with you guys my journey here. So it all started in 2016. So I've always been, and I have my phone here for my notes because I don't want to get off track, and I don't want to, you know, talk too much or like ramble too much, because I want you guys to get the point and have a good time listening. Okay. Yeah, so all right. So I've always been a little active. So in high school, I was a dancer. I played softball. I did a little basketball. Nothing serious to where you would consider me an athlete. I just did just enough. So I've always had a nice, and I'm gonna put quotes because nice is subjective. I've always had a nice physique. I've always had a slim waist and a nice size bottom. Yeah. Yeah, so that was never really an issue until I graduated and I was in college. I graduated college, and then in 2016, everything just hit me. I was laid off and different things just happened. I experienced like a really bad breakup, and then I found another job, but the stress of that job was going crazy. And you know, the passing of my sister began to really hit me. It's interesting how you grieve someone even harder when the stress of life is really hitting you. It's like all these things are going poorly in your life, and then you just wish that person was here. So nonetheless, I began like stress eating, and then not just the eating that caused me to gain weight, but the stress did. And there are a lot of poor things that stress can do to you, and I'm gonna insert a little graph there for you guys so you can see, but stress kills. It really does. So I began working at 𝐂𝐡𝐚𝐧𝐿, and at this 𝐂𝐡𝐚𝐧𝐿, it's in Pasadena, it's at the corporate office. They have a small clinic downstairs for people. And I remember one day going into work, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna start taking the stairs, because I had went from 145 to 207. Okay, like yes, I was 62 pounds overweight. So I was walking up the stairs. Anyway, I was walking up the stairs and I passed out. I went to the clinic. My coworker took me down to the clinic, and then I ended up going to the emergency room. And my doctor was there, and she said, "What's going on?" And I was just like, "I don't know. I can't see. Like, I couldn't see. I couldn't really hear. And I had a really massive headache. I felt dizzy. Like, my heart rate was slightly elevated, and it was just like fluctuating. I was in a really bad position." And then my doctor was like, "You're pre-diabetic and you're pre-hypertensive." And I was like, "What?" And she was just like, "Yeah, your levels are through the roof right now." Well, not through the roof, but obviously elevated to the point where it's causing concern, because this is the first time she's seen that in me. So with that being said, I was just like, "Whoa, am I gonna die?" And then she was just like, "No, but you really need to get it together, because stress will kill you." She's like, "I can tell that you're under stress." I was like, "I really can't see right now." She was telling me that it was because of the levels of my sugar, and you know, my blood pressure. And I was just like, whoa, this is a lot of information right now. At that point, I was just like, I gotta get it together. I gotta get a hold of my life. I gotta figure out, you know, why this is happening, why I'm allowing this to happen. Why am I allowing life to beat me down when I have control? I can take control of my life right this instant. And all that was going through my head, and I was like, "Hey, I got this." I was like, "Okay, I'll be back here in a month." She said, "No, you need to come back in 2 weeks." I was like, "Okay." You know, so during that time, you know, I started going to the gym. I got a gym membership, and I started going to the gym, but I was so scared. I was like, people are gonna see me, and then they're gonna know that I gained 62 pounds, and they're gonna be judging me. And I'm like, and I don't even know what to do in the gym, get on the treadmill. So I would go in the hours where people weren't really in the gym, but even then I felt insecure. I'm like, somebody in here is gonna see me from high school, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, she got fat." Like, "Ooh, I knew it." And I just psyched myself out. I cared so much about what people were gonna say about me that it was affecting my health. So then I was getting on the treadmill. I'm like, I'm sweating, but I don't feel like this is gonna help me lose weight. I was like, I need to figure out what the gym is and how is it going to help me? Why are all these parts, you know, because there was the weights, there was the free weight section, there was a HIIT section, so a high intensity interval training section. There was a TRX section with slam balls, medicine balls, kettlebells, battle ropes, and then there was the basketball court, and then there was a cycling room, and then you had the platforms and everything. And I was just like, okay, how can all these, you know, benefit me and my body? So long behold, I went to get a personal training certification. And even then, I was psyching myself out. I was like, people gonna look at me in this class and be like, yeah, you need to look, you know, you need to get the look of a trainer. And so I was thinking, and then I started like reeling myself back in. Like, you know, you look at football coaches, you look at boxing coaches, you look at swim coaches, coaches all around. They have the knowledge. They may not have the physique, but they have the knowledge, and that's what counts. So I stopped body shaming myself at that point, because I know I don't look the part, quote unquote, because that is subjective. But I will have the knowledge so that I can help myself. And I did all of this for me because I was going to die. I was going to die. I was not in a healthy space. Mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, psychologically, any of it. I was not in a safe space. I was going to die. So I needed to get my life together. I needed to change my eating habits and figure out what eating worked for me, and what workouts and what lifestyle worked for me. And you'll hear all the time, you know, people will say, you know, hypertension runs in the family, diabetes runs in the family. It doesn't run in your family. Your lifestyle runs in your family. Your eating habits runs in your family. You know, cellulite doesn't run in your family. The way that you live, the way that you eat, those habits run in your family. You can break that cycle today. You can break the cycle of unhealthy living, unhealthy eating. You can break the cycle of diabetes. You can break the cycle of hypertension. You can break the cycle of the lifestyle of just being stressed and overwhelmed, and just reflecting that stress and deflecting on other situations. Like, the way that you deal with your life, you have control over that. You don't have to let work, your personal life, your relationships, anything determine the way that you respond to those situations. And during all this time, I learned that. And I was just like, wow, I was letting life just trample over me, and it was affecting my relationships. It was affecting all the relationships that I had, and the relationships that I had with myself and with my body. And I was like, I gotta treat myself a little better because I deserve it. So getting back to the story, I earned my personal training certification, and I ended up losing 62 pounds in 3.5 months. Yes, 62 pounds in 3.5 months. I did that right away. I'll show my before and after photos right here. That was me. I did that because I was determined. I have never been in the hospital for any type of sickness, never had any type of surgery, never felt that feeling that I felt when I was in that room. I was so embarrassed. Like, I've never been in a position where I've treated myself so poorly. I ended up in the hospital, and I was so embarrassed to share, but it began to help people. And so after I had lost all that weight, I was like, I want to be a personal trainer. I want to help people. But then I never did it. It wasn't until one day I was in the gym and I saw this young lady, like, she was walking in, her arms were like this. So I'm like, okay, she's never really been here, or she's been here before and she's still figuring it out. So she's walking and she's like looking, and she was just like, all right, I'll do this. Basically, all right, you know how you just like, I'll take this machine right here, I'll just do this. So she gets on the elliptical and she's confused about how to use it. And then I was like, I'm introverted too. I'm shy. You know, I don't want to just walk up to anybody and like start talking. So anyway, I walked up to her and I was like, let me just do it. I walked up to her. I was like, hi, like, I like your shorts. I just had to say something. And she's like, oh, thank you. She was just like, you come here often? I was like, I'm so glad she said that, because I didn't know what else to say after. You know, if you're an introvert like me, you're just like, okay, what do I say? What do I say? After that, we just started talking, and I was just like, yeah, like, I saw you, and I just wanted to come up to you because, you know, I was in your position. Like, the gym looked scary, and it looked like everybody was watching me, and I was embarrassed because I didn't know what I was doing, but now I know what I'm doing. I got my certification, and I feel more confident, but, and I wanted to, you know, help you feel a little better and just show you some things. She was like, oh my God, thank you. Like, I really want to lose weight, you know, and I don't want to know what I'm doing, but I don't want people watching me. I'm shy. I was like, I'm shy too, but, you know, I saw you and I wanted to help you because I don't want you to feel the way that I felt. So anyway, we began working out together. I began showing her, and I was like training her and also training myself. But basically at that moment, I was like, I can't be an introvert anymore. I can't be as shy. I'm still an introvert. I'm still a little shy. I'm still a little nice girl, very reserved. But when it comes to the gym, when it comes to people at the gym, when it comes to health and wellness and fitness, because there's a difference between all three, I have to be extroverted. I have to go the extra mile. I have to reach out to people and be kind and reel people in, because there's a point where people are they can be shameful. They can be, you know, embarrassed, shy, or just, you know, it's kind of like personal to them, and you're invading their space. And so I never want to get to the point where I'm trying to, like, or I'm too shy to reach out, because you never know who you can touch at any moment. You definitely want to be able to reach out and pull them in. Anyway, getting back to the story. We began working out, and she invited her friend, and, you know, we all just started working out together, and she told me about her mom, and then I was just like, okay, this is fun. And then one of the trainers at the gym, he was just like, I've been watching you for a few weeks now, like, you're doing a great job with these girls, and they were losing weight, and I was still losing weight and getting in shape. I was getting stronger, I was getting faster, like, it was like great. I was like, okay, I'm feeling myself. And then so he offered me to train at the gym. He was like, you might as well get paid for it. He was like, but only thing, like, you can't train them here. And I was just like, well, I don't want to just drop them. He was like, well, you should have them pay you, and you can train them at another gym, or, you know, when I'm not here. He was the manager. He shouldn't have done that, but anyway, he did. So I was just like, well, I'm not going to charge them. I'll just let them know that I'm going to start working here as a trainer, and anybody else she brings to me, I'll charge them such and such and such and such. So anyway, I became a trainer at a local gym, and clients were just coming to me because they did not have a female trainer at the gym. So I would get older people, women, of course, and a few men that I will work with. But, you know, obviously, like, it did not work out with all of the people, because a few of them were just trying to get to know me, and then others were, yeah, I don't know. Some worked out, some didn't. Some clients worked out. I'm referring to the males. Anyway, but yeah, so that happened, and I just fell in love. So from 2016 up until now, I have been a personal trainer, and like I said, it started off with me and ended up just elevating until, like, me just helping people, sometimes for free, you know, when people can't train with me or they don't have the money. Out, like, hey, I'll send you workouts, I'll send you meal plans, just change your life. You know, at this point, I have such a passion for what I do, and such a passion for people, and I can do this. I've done it. I see where you are. I know where you are, and I want to help you. You know, I want to be that person that people feel comfortable calling and texting. I tell my clients, like, even when they're done with their month, you know, it's like they've paid and we've trained that month. Even if they don't continue a month, text me. I tell them, text me, call me. anytime. I will give you advice because to me, it's life or death, you know, and I want you to live. You know, I want to live. You know, I chose life, you know, and sometimes it's hard for people to choose because there is a such thing as a food addiction. There is a such thing as sugar addiction. You know, when you eat those things, your brain releases a chemical and your body wants to continue to feel that, you know. So there is an addiction, and so I want to be there. I want to help people break cycles. You know, oh, my mom, you know, she died of diabetes, or my father, he died of hypertension, or, you know, my sisters, they have diabetes and hypertension, and my brothers have this, and my uncles and my grandmothers, and obesity, and this runs in my family, so I know I'm bound to get it. No, you are not bound by anything. And if you feel that you are, you can break those chains, break those cycles of your life, and you can be free. You can be free from diabetes, free from sugar addiction, free from hypertension, free from all of it. Hey, if you were born with type 1, if you have type 1, I understand that you cannot, you know, alleviate that. But type 2 diabetes, yes. My grandmother had type 2 diabetes. She no longer has it. She's no longer bound by insulin. She changed her lifestyle. She works out 3 days a week, if not more. You know, she has a limited range of mobility and a few injuries, so she does pool workouts. But she has lost a lot of weight. She no longer uses insulin, and she's pretty happy with her life. And she's almost 80, so if she can do it, you can do it. But what I'm saying is there's no comparison. Your story is your story. Your story is not my story. My story is not your story. What I'm saying is I am here to help you, to support you. But first, you have to want it. You have to want to support yourself. You have to want to help yourself. And that's what I had to learn. I had to want it. And because I ended up in the emergency room, I was like, yeah, I want it. I don't want to be in this place anymore because it hurt me. You know, and I have dreams, I have aspirations, desires in my life that I want to fulfill, and I can't do it if I'm sick. I almost lost my life. You know, and she was just like, yeah, this is bad. This does not look good. And I couldn't even cry. I wanted to, you know, that one when you like, you want to cry, you want to break down, you want to feel that weakness. And I was just like, I don't want to feel weakness. This is my strength. When she told me that, immediately I was just like, I was shocked, but I was just like, yeah, give it to me. Yeah, you ever seen those videos where people like punching your ass and stuff like that? I was just like, yeah, give me more, give me more. It was fueling me to want to change. So anyway, how did I do it? 62 pounds in 3.5 months. That's a lot. Intermittent fasting. That's how I did it. Low carb, intermittent fasting. So I'm going to insert a slide here on what intermittent fasting is. All right, so intermittent fasting is basically you have a specific eating period day by day. My intermittent fasting period was from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. So there was no calories there was no caloric intake. I did not eat anything with any calories before 12 p.m. every day. And I did not eat anything with any calories after 6 p.m. every day. So in the morning, I would wake up, go work out before work. Once I got to work, I would have black coffee, no sugar, no cream, or tea with no honey, any sugar, anything like that, and water. That's it. Plain water. You can't have it infused because that's calories. At 12 p.m., I would have my first meal. It would be a chicken breast and broccoli. And then my second meal would be chicken breast, broccoli, and rice. And then that would be it. Eventually, as I began working out, my metabolic rate would rise. That means I would get hungrier a little more. So then once I got home from work, I would get off at 4, come home, then I'd make a protein shake, and then that was it. The rest of the night, it was water. Called in a night. I was that strict for 3.5 months. Mind you, if I craved anything, I would have it. So if I craved ice cream, I would have like a scoop of ice cream or a little bit like that. Okay, cool, call it a day. Then if I craved, maybe, oh, I want some hot Cheetos. Didn't really eat like that, but some hot Cheetos, get a small bag of chips, I would eat it. Because I don't want to refuse myself too much, because then it would be hard to stick with the diet. Sometimes when you change your lifestyle too drastically, then you get depressed and you're stressing about what you should eat. Then your cortisol levels, like all of this contributes to weight gain. It contributes too much to water retention and all. Don't stress. Don't stress. If you're craving something, it's okay to have a little bit of that something. Not all the time, but some of the time. Yes, it is okay. There's no such thing as a cheat day. Scratch that out of your head. No, I tell my clients all the time, before they sign up with me, and I've had a few people tell me like, oh, they don't want to do it, sign up with me because I don't believe in cheat days. No, you cannot have a cheat day. And you tell me, because it's, be perfectly honest, there is a journal that you will fill out, and depending on what package you are interested in, there's no cheat day. You can gain up to 5 pounds in one day, even more, depending, because a pound of fat is 3,500 calories. 3,500 calories, that's it. So imagine you eating 2 Whoppers, 2 medium fries, a shake, this, or that, or whatever. I don't know how people eat, but regardless, some feast or going to a buffet and you're intaking all that. 3,500 calories is 1 pound, not to mention the water intake, not to mention any of that. 3,500 calories. So there's no cheat day. You can have a cheat snack. I don't even believe in cheat meals. I believe that if you want, so I've had a client and she's just like, I can't give up the bread. I said, so what is it? So I like to basically, what do you like to eat? What do you eat on a day-to-day? Because I don't want to tell you, don't eat that, scratch that, blah, blah, blah. You eat chicken breast, broccoli, and rice. That's it. No. What do you like to eat? You like hamburgers? You like burgers? Okay, let me show you how to make a healthier version of that burger. So basically, she liked to eat the bun and fries. Okay, if you're going to have a burger with a bun, you cook it like this. Have your bun, no fries. You have a salad. Okay, well, I want the fries and not the bun. Okay, well, this is how you're going to make the burger. You can have a select amount of fries. So I like to get to the point where you are happy with your weight loss journey. I want to make sure that you are happy with the lifestyle that you're leading, so it can become a lifestyle, nothing temporary just to lose a few pounds. Obviously, I do that with a certain amount of clients who have a wedding coming up or a vacation or anything like that. So just getting back to the basics, the reason why I wanted to share this is because I wanted people to know that this isn't, I didn't just wake up one day and want to be a trainer. I didn't always look like this. I went from fat to flat. I went from flat to fat, so I just wanted to share this because I don't know who this is going to touch. But if this did touch you, comment below. If you want to know more information, I don't want to talk too much or take too long. Currently where I am now, I'm super, gained some happy weight. I went from, 160 to 178. Now I'm 168. So I lost 10 pounds within these last 2.5 weeks. So I'm super excited about that. Have a wedding coming up. Whoa, now. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll show you guys that later. So that's coming up. And so I'm going to try to get back down to a healthy 160 because I want to build more muscle, get that booty lifting a little bit for me. Yeah. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. But I hope this story touched you and you share your story. You can comment below where you are in your fitness, weight loss, or wellness, or different lifestyle journey. Comment below. Email me. Message me on Instagram. whatever. Let's just get there together. Thank you for staying tuned. Thank you for getting fit with Tiff. Love you guys.